What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have the November 2023 Orange County John Wayne Santa Ana International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. Today we have a very exciting Orange County update in store for you guys. We got some various aircraft changes, some really cool movements, and all kinds of fun items to dive into in today's airport update. I really hope you guys are excited for this. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start right here with the Breeze Airways Embraer ERJ-195. This aircraft's coming in from Provo, Utah today. So yeah, this is Breeze's only route here at Orange County right now. Everything else has been seasonal at the moment, so that includes Cincinnati, Columbus, Pittsburgh, and Orlando, all seasonal right now. So Provo, the only year-round service, Embraer 190 every single day, and then a couple of additional Airbus A220s. So really cool to see this service doing really well, and glad to see Provo doing what it does best. So really cool connection there for Breeze. Next up, we have this Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200. This aircraft is currently coming in from the Detroit International Airport. Let me see if I can swing around here. Can I make it through? I can, almost, so close. Let me push the table back just a little bit. Little interruptions making for some fun airport updates. There we go. So yeah, really cool to see Detroit doing super well. And of course, it's Boeing 757-200 counterpart's going to be over there on your right, heading over to the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport or Citrus Aviation's airport. So yeah, really cool to see both these doing super well. It's been nice to have the 757 dynamic duo here at Orange County. And I'm really excited to see how they can build on it. So looking good with these aircraft, and they're doing absolutely fantastic. And then we have an Airbus A220-100. This is going to be for Delta today. This aircraft's currently coming in from Salt Lake City, Utah, and now it's going to be making a nonstop service back out there. So glad to see the turnaround. Quite a few 220-100s to SLC this month. Very nice to see, and they've been bouncing all around the place. So certainly looking good with this aircraft. Our next aircraft is going to be this Air Canada Airbus A220-300 in the retro color scheme. This aircraft is currently taxiing out for departure with a non-stop flight today out to Vancouver. Glad to see Vancouver doing super well for them. This was all the way back in 2021 already. This model is almost 2 years old. That's borderline scary. But yeah, this aircraft certainly crazy to think that we're already dating back to 2021, thinking of that being 2 years ago. So pretty crazy, but it's the absolute reality right now. So looking good with that aircraft though, nevertheless. Pushing back out of gate number 5, we have this American Airlines Airbus A319-100 with Sharklets. This aircraft's heading out to Austin Bertram International. Glad to see Austin do really well here for American. They continue to facilitate a mainline flight on that every single day. So certainly doing really well, and glad to see how American's been pulling that off here at Orange County. So looking really good with that aircraft. Our next aircraft is going to be this American Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. This aircraft is currently coming in from Chicago and now heading over to Phoenix. So yeah, really glad to see both those doing really well. Phoenix getting some MAX rotation. We saw a little bit of this earlier this year and last year. So it's really cool to see it back here in November 2023. So certainly glad that they're getting after it in all regards, and that's absolutely fantastic in my opinion. And next, we have this American Airlines Airbus A321. Really nice reflection there off of the sun. This aircraft's coming in from New York John F. Kennedy as a Transcon 321. So glad to see that that service continues to provide quite a bit of volume here for our Orange County travelers. And I'm excited to see what they can do with that going into the future. So really cool route. It'll be interesting to see if they expand on it. We'll have to see. But for the moment, this 321, like I said, is heading back out to the great city of New York. All right, hello United. Man, the lighting tonight is on point. Here we go with this United Boeing 737-800. This aircraft in the Continental Globe livery with the Scimitar winglet is currently coming in from Houston George Bush. Now it's going to be heading over to Chicago O'Hare. So yeah, United doing a really good job with their routes. Slow but steady, you know, no new routes obviously, and obviously the Honolulu flight ended progressively. So all that very unfortunate, but glad that we still have the routes that we do. So really cool. And unfortunately, the Aspen experiment certainly didn't go very well from last year. So unfortunate, but it's okay. This United Airlines Airbus A320 in the Stars and Bars livery is currently loading up with a non-stop flight today out to San Francisco. 737-800s, A319s, and A320s are very common for this route. So glad to get yet another Airbus A320 on this service today. So that's looking absolutely fantastic. And this United Boeing 737-700 is currently loading up right here with the nonstop service day out to Newark. Don't worry, I'm moving the table so we can get some better light on these aircraft here in a minute. United doing really good with that Newark service. Of course, their only New York competition is that American service to JFK. So we'll see if we get any more competition on it. We'll have to see. But nevertheless, still looking really good here as we speak. Okay, we have the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-800. This is the normal color scheme here. This aircraft's coming in from Portland, now heading over to Seattle. Very standard Alaska 737 routes. Not too much to elaborate on besides the fact that they're doing really good. And I'll be eager to see if we get more frequencies going into the future. I'm sure we will. So excited to see how that continues to progress, and a good job here by Alaska for facilitating it. And then we have this Alaska Embraer ERJ-175 and the honoring those who serve livery. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. I don't know exactly where this update's getting placed, so it might be early November, late November, mid-November, but Veterans Day is somewhere in here, so I appreciate all those veterans that do what they do best for our country. It is greatly appreciated. But nevertheless, this 175 honoring that, get it, honoring those who serve. It's totally perfect. This aircraft is currently coming in from Seattle Everett, and now it's going to be making a non-stop service back out there. Really excited for Alaska to launch their Tucson and Bozeman services. I think those will be really cool additions to the airport, so certainly looking very forward to that. And again, huge thank you to all of our veterans. But those services that I mentioned right there are doing really good, so glad to see that, and absolutely fantastic. Also, those might be SkyWest routes. I'm not completely sure off the top of my head, so I apologize if they are, but it's Horizon SkyWest, something like that, so fairly close. Here's the Allegiant Air Airbus E320 with Sharklets currently coming in from Austin, and now it's going to be making a non-stop service today over to Spokane. Yet another really interesting pair of routes here for Allegiant, but they've really used Santa Ana as a really nice reliever for LAX, considering the volume there. So I think they've done a really good job, and I'm excited to see how Allegiant continues to evolve their operation here. I think they're a pretty solid airline for a low cost. So looking good there for Allegiant and doing absolutely fantastic. One that's subjectively worse than Allegiant and Spirit. It's subjective, so that's why I said that, because who knows what it actually is. But this is going to be Frontier, and their Airbus A320 Ordinal to Cardinal is coming in right now from the great city of Las Vegas, and now it's heading over to Denver. So very consistent here on those services for them. They've done a really good job there. So eager to see where they'll take it from here, and it's going to be pretty interesting to watch. So keep your eyes out. It'll be pretty interesting to say the least. Okay, here's the Spirit Airbus E320 with Sharklets. This aircraft is currently coming in from Las Vegas, and I'm pretty sure they have both Oakland and Sacramento out of Orange County. Sometimes it slips on mine. I get confused with all the other airports. We'll go ahead and send it to Sacramento. I'm pretty sure they have it. If they don't, I apologize. But yeah, glad to see Spirit doing really well with their services here. And excited to see how they expand on it. So looking very good and absolutely awesome. This chair keeps hitting the table, so let me just go ahead and get out of the chair so that we don't keep doing that. Okay, there we go. All right, let's continue. This Southwest Boeing 737-700 with the Scimitar winglets is currently coming in from Puerto Vallarta, and now it's going to be making a service today out to Nashville. So a nice combo of routes there. Not many airports in the Southwest network can say they have both of those, so that's really cool. Puerto Vallarta especially being very unique, but also Nashville, a pretty cool route, especially considering where Orange County is. So that's certainly very nice. And this Colorado 1 example, Boeing 737-700 for Southwest Airlines, is currently coming in from, fittingly enough, Denver, Colorado, and now it's going to be heading over to Las Vegas. So yeah, awesome to see Southwest continuing to do what they do best here with their flagship services in conjunction with some of their unique services. Like what we're about to see here with this 737-800. This aircraft is currently pushing back with a non-stop service today. This is where the problem lies. Can't think of a... Cabo is what comes to mind, but Cabo doesn't get 800s for Southwest. So in terms of other unique routes, they have Midway, which is a cool one, so we'll send them out to Midway. And then I think they have St. Louis, like Saturday, Sunday. It's always really hit or miss, but nevertheless, we'll send them out to St. Louis. And if it's not consistent, I apologize. But they have done it in the past, so there's enough valid assessment there to carry that. So we'll just let that run with it. So looking good. And lastly, the 737-700 is going to be making a pretty simple service today out to Phoenix and macro mode, doing what it does best. So yeah, coming in from Phoenix, now heading over to Oakland. So certainly a nice assortment right there. Let's go for the overhead perspective for different. Take a look at these two cargo aircraft. Got the UPS Boeing 757-200 freighter. This aircraft is currently making a nonstop service today, coming in from Louisville, and now it's going to be heading back out there. And then the FedEx Airbus A300 freighter is currently coming in from Memphis, now heading out to Los Angeles. So one of them I think continues on the Portland. I'm thinking it's UPS, could be wrong, but we'll send them out there if that's applicable. So thinking that's correct, but could be wrong. So that's why it's at the end tagged on there. JSX Embraer ERJ-145 making a turnaround out to Phoenix, so certainly cool to see them getting a little bit of different action today. Not two destinations, just one. Look at those shadows, man, long shadows. So you got the PC-12 right there, currently making a local flight around the area, and these two Learjets right here. The orange one is currently coming in from Las Vegas Terry Reid. Now it's going to be heading over to Seattle, Tacoma International, and the one on the bottom of your screen is currently coming in from San Diego's Montgomery Field, and now it's going to be making a pretty long flight today. This aircraft is going to be heading all the way over to the Kansas City downtown airport. So best of luck to that aircraft in making it there safely and on time and all the above. Outstanding lighting on this WestJet Boeing 737-700 coming in from Calgary today, and now he's going to be making his flight out to Vancouver next. This month for Calgary, it is Thursday, Saturday. Quite a unique mesh. I think it's pretty cool. And in regards to Vancouver, I believe it's still 4 times a week. So certainly quite a nice mesh there for WestJet to really capitalize during the lower season here for the service. Although I still think that quite a few people are still going to utilize it considering how cold it is right now in Canada. So looking good on that aircraft right there. With regards to, you know, general standards, not particularly for them because I'm sure it's probably fairly reasonably, what they would expect. But with regards to, wanting to get out of the colder temperatures, I'm sure that they would appreciate the service. This Phenom 300, something like that, is currently taxiing out for departure. This aircraft's making, if you saw in the previous update, we had an aircraft here for maintenance. This aircraft is going to be heading out after having some maintenance. Now he's going to be making a pretty long flight for this guy. This guy's heading over to McDowell, Texas, so certainly a haul there. So wishing him all the best on that service. And it's Alaska Embraer 175. Is currently making a nonstop flight in from San Francisco today on turnaround, so certainly glad to see him thriving right there. And if I didn't mention Santa Ana on the honoring those who served, that's what I meant, so I apologize if I was a little off. Cool, get some different lighting here on this American Airlines Airbus A321neo coming in from Charlotte Dulles International Airport, so glad to see Charlotte continuing to do really well. It's a really unique service, especially the red-eye element. That's one of their few non-LAX, Seattle, small airport. That's the word smallest airport they get a red eye from, I would assume. So it's really cool. Although Reno did have a red eye there for a little bit when they operated that, which was really cool. So it's a good logic. It makes sense here. I like it. So really cool for American to facilitate that, and they're doing a good job. Last but certainly not least, we have a trifecta to finish out today's airport update of some of the major U.S. carriers, including American, Delta, and Southwest. Let's start with Southwest. Their 737-700 is making a service today out to Dallas Love Field after coming in from Austin. It's nice to see Southwest continuing to do really well with these services. And yeah, some really good ones there to Texas for our boys. And this American Airlines Airbus A321neo and some absolutely rather spectacular lighting, to be completely honest. Coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Really nice aircraft change there. They're operating this once a day in conjunction with their 737s. They have like 5 or 6 of those. So yeah, really nice to see the additional service here. I think it's rather aircraft change, not particularly an additional service. It might be, but nevertheless looking really good with that aircraft right here. And lastly, we have this Delta Airlines Airbus A220-300 coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul, and now heading out to Seattle. So certainly really nice to see them bouncing around all the different aircraft types on those services, and glad that they're fully capitalizing to their fullest. And there's kind of a cool double shot there with Southwest. And one more time to get the big 3 there. United needs to be right there, and it would be perfect. We'll keep that in mind for next time. We'll have to see. But nevertheless, that will do for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Yeah, really solid update considering that there's only a few aircraft changes. But the good news is going into the coming months, we're going to have some really exciting route announcements, so I'm really excited for that. So as of the time of filming this video, Alaska is set to launch on December 14th, both Tucson and Bozeman. Really excited for both of those. I think they'll be really great additions here to the lineup, so looking very forward to both of those. And in addition, on January 8th, 2024, American Airlines set to launch Boeing 737-800 daily service to Miami International. That'll be a really big get considering that Breeze to Orlando is the only other Florida service, so I'm really excited to see how they'll utilize that. I think it'll mainly be a point-to-point service, and it will be very exciting. And it could be a launch point if you want to go to the Caribbean from the Los Angeles area. That might be a good service, so excited to see how it will turn out, and I'm really eager to see where we'll go from here. And huge round of applause to Orange County for really expanding not only their East Coast service, but also their Midwestern. Breeze added those 3 really cool services on a seasonal basis. We've talked about American to Charlotte. Miami is a good one, and then let's see, I'm trying to think if there's any other major ones. Charlotte, Miami, and then American to New York, of course. I know that was a couple years ago at this point, but still, that's still a really big get. So certainly have really, they've made that a point of emphasis, or it just really worked out that way because they certainly have expanded in that department. So many long flights out of Orange County, but there's certainly plenty of aircraft more than capable of doing them, and for good reason, because it's a really good operation there. So yeah, with all that being said, everybody, that'll do for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust process. Do you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.